Most gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to gather here today to serve the people of Limestone County. Give us the wisdom to do what's right for the county. Help guide and direct us in that direction. Bless all the people in the world that are having issues, injustice that have occurred. Help police officers and all their cohorts to be safe. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody here, visitors. Let the records show that all the commissioners are here with the exception of Commissioner Allen, who is under the weather today. At this time, we're having assistant conference. Seeing you over there. So we'll move on to item number 6, and that's going to be consent agenda. In your packet, I'm sure you had a chance to go over the consent agenda. We'll open for discussion and any action.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
So we do have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll go into our regular agenda now. Item number 7 is to accept the record required on the operation report for county officials. We've got several of our county officials here. Mr. Sweet, you want to start?
I don't have anything to report today.
Okay. How about yourself?
Well, nothing extra than what's in our report. I just like I said, we're back going again. Regular events, we got a full schedule. We did miss a few events. Some of them got postponed until later in the year, so we're trying to work all that out for our schedule. Anyway, that's right.
All right, thank you for that report. Mark, Sheriff.
For the month of May, we had 3,192 calls for service through communications. Of those, 1,220 were 911 calls. The jail population today is 133, 103 males, 30 females, and 29 Freestone counties. We're now at 13 TDC ready to go, just waiting on TDC to go ahead. Transports were almost non-existent for the month. COVID shutdown, that's over 500 or 130 miles.
Did we have a baby yet?
Not yet.
Still TDC ready?
Just don't stand up. Any other questions?
Any other reports? For the record, we can go ahead and accept these reports as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any other discussion on this item? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I don't believe we were able to do a safety report. Jerry, do you know about that?
Yeah, we had no accidents since the last month. We got a safety meeting yesterday. Discussed how I fixed it. Here, start watching what's going on.
We can go ahead then and approve that safety report as presented by
So moved.
Jerry.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Not in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Now, maybe the most important item on the agenda is discuss the possible action on enacting a county burn ban. Man, if you're saying pass over it, let's not worry about it right now, so. But we are getting phone calls already on that. Make sure that burn ban is off. I think it's been off for several months, but anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and go to item number 10, discuss negation of resolution of property tax relief. This is a resolution that was presented by several of the counties to the governor. And primarily what it's basically saying, and I could read it, it's rather long, but basically wanting to freeze our property evaluations to what they were as of April of this past year. I want to go ahead and, I tell you what, I will read this real quick, even though it's long, but what I want to do is send this to the governor, asking for consideration. I almost think it's too late, but I think as a county, we need to do it. So, resolution for property tax relief, whereas coronavirus COVID-19 has been recognized globally as a dangerous, contagious respiratory virus, and whereas President Trump has declared a national emergency to combat the COVID-19 pandemic, and whereas Governor Abbott has declared a public health disaster in Texas to battle the outbreak of spread of COVID-19 throughout the state, and whereas financial markets throughout the world have plummeted and established record economic losses in the trillions of dollars, and whereas dramatic emergency efforts to contain COVID-19 throughout the United States and Texas, as well as internationally, have resulted in a significant downward spiral of business, trade, and commerce in numerous segments of our economy, and whereas oil and gas prices have declined to some of the lowest prices in recent history, thereby creating further economic downturn to our Texas economy, and whereas small, medium, and large-sized businesses throughout Limestone County, regionally and nationally, are contemplating business closures, have been forced to close or limit operations, are significantly reducing expenses, are postponing major purchases and capital outlays, and are actively considering major layoffs of workers, reduction in staff, and salary cuts in reaction to the economic devastation fueled by the COVID-19. And whereas under the totality of circumstances, many residents possess justifiable fears concerning whether they will be able to pay their home mortgages, keep their jobs, and pay their bills. And whereas our local tax appraisal evaluation on homes, ranches, land, acreage, property, and commercial business and buildings in Limestone County, as determined on January the 1st, 2019, were significantly higher than prior years. And whereas governmental officials anticipate that such state mandated local property tax valuations as determined on January 1st, 2020 will set new record highs, with the average property valuation for taxation purposes in Limestone County exceeding a 10% increase, and in many instances substantially exceeding a 10% increase over the same valuation set January 1st, 2019. And whereas the actual fair market value of property in a true economic sense of the state of the resolution and for the foreseeable future is subsequently less than the tax appraisal value set on January 1st, 2020. And whereas the increased property tax burden resulting from the heightened property valuation will harshly impact and compound the financial hardships to the citizen, taxpayer, and property owners in the county. And whereas the perfect storm, the COVID-19 pandemic, the dangerous down to the economy at all levels, and the alarmingly ill-timed record high property tax appraised values collectively pose a danger to the health, welfare, and safety of the residents of Limestone County. Now therefore be it resolved that the Limestone County Commissioners Court hereby recommends, respectfully requests, strongly urges, and fully supports all state government officials, representatives, senators, and directors of the Limestone Appraisal District in taking immediate action to freeze all property tax appraisal valuations in Limestone County at levels set at January 1st, 2019, and not in any way implement or utilize the significantly increased property tax appraisal valuation as determined on January 1st, 2020. And further, be it resolved that the Limestone County Commissioners Court hereby recommends, respectfully requests, strongly urges, and fully supports the Limestone County judge in immediately working with stakeholders at the pertinent local, county, regional, and state levels for purposes of attempting to accomplish the preceding freeze resolution. This is a resolution that I said April, it was January 1st, 2019. As y'all know, the property taxes are going up quite a bit this year. Property evaluation, I need to say, it's very important, and I hope the paper will print this for us, that it's very important to realize that it's the property evaluation. So we haven't even talked about a tax rate yet. That will happen once we get the effective rate based on the evaluations. But at this point in time, I see no reason to think that our effective tax rate will probably be less than it was even last year. And so we will have to adjust our actual rate accordingly But right now, we're asking this resolution to be passed, and I'll send that to the governor's office and ask if they will consider this. So at this time, I need to know your pleasure on this actual resolution, and I'm out of breath.
I move we adopt the resolution you read.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Let's go ahead now and, item number 11, that's to discuss and take action on a proposed tax abatement application for Hubbard Wind LLC. Sir, if you will introduce yourself,
Absolutely.
come on up, you're more than welcome to sit at any one of these seats.
Thank you.
And tell us what day.
I'm well, how are you guys? My name is Garrett Peters. I'm with KG Andrews. I'm a representative of NextEra Wind Energy. They're a wind developer and solar developer in Texas. They've been active in all 50 states, but specifically in Texas recently. They've been doing several $1 billion in investments. We have presented a 312, Chapter 312 tax abatement application to the court. I believe it was mailed probably a week or so ago. I am present today on behalf of the company. I have the actual developer on the phone. His company has not been cleared for travel. Luckily, I'm within a 2-hour drive distance, so I was able to get down here. But if we have any questions about the operations or anything specific about the wind project, I can patch in to answer those. Got the application in front of you. I'll go ahead and pass up my contact info to you guys. The gist of it is it's a 300 megawatt project. And about 60% of it is actually in Limestone County, 40% of it is in Hill County. So I believe the Prairie Hill Wind project that you guys recently worked on is 100% of this county, closer?
No, it was about 95, I think it was.
Perfect. So this project is a little bit split. It's going to be about a $300 million value, but like I said, that'll be split about 60-40 between Hill and Limestone. The thought based on our models is just for Limestone County alone, over the next 25 years, it's going to generate about $12 million in property taxes. So it's a pretty large amount, and that's considering an actual abatement in that calculation. The abatement we presented, or that we're proposing to the county, would be 10 years, 100% abated, in exchange for a pilot payment in lieu of tax of $340,000, which, to be transparent, I understand that's less than what was agreed to on Prairie Hill. And the reason for that is about 40% of the property taxes for this project are going to Hill County. So we need to consider them as well and individual to their county as well. So that's all I've got. I'm generally just here to answer any questions, or we'll get the feedback from the county to see how the county moves forward.
So I know I sent you our tax abatement guides, and if I understand correctly, then y'all looked at what we did for Prairie Hill, and you're modeling this after that for the same amount of money per turn.
That's correct, yes, sir.
So basically, it was 340, if I remember right. I don't think I have that right in front of me, but I think it was 340,000 a year for our time.
Yes,
And somewhere in that range. So
yes.
at some point in time, we're going to be looking at close to 850,000 a year for several years to Limestone County. Any other questions for this? I know we want to get in touch with the attorney, and y'all agree to pay up to $10,000 for those attorney fees, correct?
That's correct, yes. And I've worked with, I believe it's Bob Bass.
Yes.
Yes, so we, as well as NextEra, have worked with Bob Bass on several other projects. We're very familiar with them in several counties in West Texas.
If we decide to go forward, then that'll be the next step, of course, is to hire on Bob Vance for the county. Certainly, and get going. We've got a lot of things that we'd like to make sure are happening. Our road and bridge department, making sure that y'all are keep our roads in good shape and get them back to the town level. So, past that, any other questions for the commission? I know this would be if I understand correctly, the school district don't really get much of, they don't give me any abatements, do they?
So the school district will actually be the biggest benefactor of this field. We're presently in 4 school districts. That would be Axville IC, Coolidge IC, Hubbard IC, and Mount Calma IC. The project is almost 25% in each one, but it varies by about 5%. But yes, they'll be big benefactors of the project. They can't do abatements, but what they do is based on the comptroller's office. It's called an implementation agreement. All 4 of those school districts have already accepted our application.
The comptroller has issued completeness certificates, which means that the school district is now approved to negotiate with us. So what that means is the comptroller is saying, hey, this is a good economic deal for all the school districts, y'all go ahead and make a deal. So that's where we're at with them. We expect to have those deals finalized in the next 3 months. Construction is planned to begin in early 2021. So we kind of got a fire under our butts to get this thing done. So we feel really encouraged by the state's feedback as well as the ISD's feedback so far in this process.
Have any of the other counties, has Hill County approved this yet?
Hill County, we are on the agenda on the 23rd, I believe there. I've previously done abatements on renewable projects in Hill County, and there's been no pushback. They've been really receptive to economic development.
Well, of those 4 school districts you just mentioned, I think it's important for you to know that Coolidge is the best of those. I don't know if that takes into your consideration. Any other questions that you might have? We will, I know you're looking towards us to pass this tax abatement for the pilot program. I think we'd probably like to visit with Bob Bass about it, put it back on the agenda at the next meeting. Is that something that would be satisfactory to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think what we need to do. Yeah, sounds good.
Express our intent to do it.
Yes, express our intent and go ahead and give the final word on it.
Okay.
I know that's what you're looking for.
Yes, sir. When is the next meeting?
23rd.
Same day, Hill County.
I'll try to be in 2 places before.
Is it the same day as Hill County, but?
Yeah.
We'll be able to make it work.
Okay.
There's more than one guy in the office.
Any other thing you want to ask us or any other information that you need to know?
I don't think so. I think we're in good shape. Hoping all this stuff clears up so the actual developer can attend during the next couple of
It would
years.
be interesting to find out if the Prairie Hill is going to go to a phase 2. That's something I want to find out also. Does that overlap your area?
I don't believe so. I think we're kind of adjacent to each other. I don't know that it affects their project in any way, but they're not associated with us at all, so I have no internal knowledge.
Oh, I'm going to find that out. We see it going to Waco, whether you're going 164 or 84, you see those turbines popping up from Prairie Hill. So, if there's not anything else, I don't think we necessarily have to take action on this. We'll go ahead and pass. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great day.
All right, item number 11, I think we're going to go ahead and pass on this item. Just to let y'all know, the reason I put this on here is that I got a request from the district clerk that she's got a lot of things stacking up on her that needs to be with her. I went to Constable, what's his name?
Item 12.
I missed item 12.
Jerry's not here to take care of it, so.
That's what I'm talking about. I said item 12. Thank you, Jerry. Anyway, talking about wanting to give Glenn Shoemaker a little bit more money to help us get some of this stuff out. Natasha told me this morning that she doesn't think we can legally do that, so I asked that we just go ahead and pass on this item. Next item that we have to talk about today is discuss and/or approve a salary change adjustment in the Limestone County Enforcement Center. This is a 5-year step plan for someone, and Mark Waller has been with us for over 5 years, and so the Sheriff's Department is requesting that he get his 5-year step raise.
So moved.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve that step raise. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Last item is adjournment. Motion to adjourn. And a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed? No. Okay, thank you.
What do you want?
I read about that, and he's probably gonna send an officer. Why Jerry's still here? All that signage, anything that's counties, I assume you're calling you.